Hey guys, okay, yesterday I did the hour-long video explaining what's going on. A lot of people are interested. Today I'm going to do the summary, trying to break it down real quick for those of you trying to get to the main points. Let me go ahead and break this down. We are starting a sales team because we need one. I'm doing all the sales myself on the phone, and I can do them quickly. I can take a long time with each client or close each client quickly, depending on what they want. Most clients in service industries want something simple and want it, just done for them. That's easy, and I can teach sales guys how to do it. By teaching the sales guys how to do it, I don't have to do it, but we can have 10 or more people doing it in parallel to each other. They can handle inbound and outbound calls. So for example, we can give them an HVAC website and put 40,000 different HVAC companies into the sitemap. So now they have a very simple redirect link. They can have somebody go to the domain.com/123. Whatever the number is, it's assigned to that guy, and just show them what their website would look like with their information all over it, their business name, address, phone, everything. So that is really cool. So we need that sales team of several people doing it, and we're going to form that. The other group we're going to go ahead and create is a backlinking crew, because all websites benefit from backlinking. They make more money. And so by getting a backlinking crew, we're going to have a backlinking crew. We're going to train them how to do it the way we want them to do it. Not cheap, not strange, not weird, but right. Okay? So anyway, here's how this goes. What are the positions that we're offering? What are they covering? They're $500 each. There are a bunch open. There's more than we need. So it's enough in case some of you guys are going to jump in extra, because actually we've had a lot of excitement from the guys who have watched the hour-long video. Let me see if I can summarize this and really hit this nail on the head. I think I can do it now. So we're going to get a sales team that's going to handle inbound and outbound calls. There's a collection of warm clients and cold clients. Okay, I'm going to show you how. I'm not even going to show you how that works. You don't need to know. The point is, we know what we're doing with that. We explained it in the hour-long video, so you can watch the hour-long video if you want more details. So example websites for sale, and this is with thousands of leads that form the sitemaps already, would be like localhvacexperts.com and mainroofer.com. By going to the sitemaps on those websites, you realize that each one of those links is for a different company. Okay, it's a preview, it's a demo for each different company to see themselves in that image, because it's their company name all throughout the paragraphs, their address, their phone. That's the other thing that's cool about the templates we sell. They already have general content in the menus. It's not lorem ipsum Latin print. It's real information for real guys in the industry. Okay, so that means that the template's basically done for them. Of course, they still do get the admin panel. They can make changes anytime they want. And if we need to transfer content over from one website to the other, that's simple. Just simple little upsell options. I'll save that for later. Let me get back to the main point. Part of the value, especially for the sales guys, right? The biggest thing is, are the sales guys going to be excited to make the sale? Are they going to feel good about the product? What do they earn on a sale? How exciting can it be? And how cool is the product? Well, we made the products really cool, so that's awesome. And it's easy to excite the sales guy with the quality they get to show the client, and the fact that the website shows the client's information demo by demo by demo. But also that we have reason to sell multiple websites to a single client, and it's good for them. They can use some to backlink the rest and take up more front page spots, keyword by keyword by keyword. Now, what that means for a salesman on the phone is he has the opportunity to make more than just one sale for the amount of time and effort and excitement he can generate on the call. Okay, it's easy enough for us to teach the sales team enough key phrases to make that make sense. I've been doing this forever. I've talked about front page results like a bulletin board with a bunch of different options. You don't always pick from the same one, and you'll ask somebody, do you always pick the top option? They stop and think no, and you say, well, what do you pick? It's the option that actually catches your interest, right? It could be the third or fourth one down. Okay, important to make that point. So different people react to different things. Well, how do you really improve your ROI? You be more of the front page results for each keyword you can, right? And I use this analogy of balls under the cups, right? Organic results are like 10 cups on the table. And if you only have one website, you're only one ball under those 10 cups. If you invite people to sit down and just pick a cup at random, chances are they will not pick you. So see, we can do this and we can do it quickly. It won't take time. to train the guys originally to be able to take off with these simple concepts, and they can use their own ideas, put their own spin on it, get through to customers their own way. Okay, but they get the opportunity to sell multiple websites to a single client. Okay, so as we get enough forward momentum, which is 30 grand we're raising now through those positions to reach critical mass, what happens? And again, by the way, our hour-long video explains this. I even show in Excel all the calculations. It makes sense. Okay. By the way, we took in 10% of that demand in the first 12 hours of releasing it with the hour-long video. Okay. I'll bet for the guys that called, there were some guys that called that said, hey, the registration form doesn't work. We fixed it. We realized what happened. For the guys that were already in, they were already starting their buys. And then other people were literally saying, can you reserve spots for me because payday's coming up, right? So then there were a lot of people who aren't responding. They're just waiting for payday. So get in and don't waste time doing it, because these positions that are out are all that we have open right now. Who knows when we'll open more. See, once this whole thing is going and it's way past critical mass, we're not going to need more people to buy into more positions. Most likely, right? Unless we have a reason to go bigger faster. But what we're going to do is make this model totally successful. And let me completely explain this. So like 7 to 10 days should do it. Definitely get in, okay? If you need me to hold a position for you, get a hold of me. You know, if you've made some purchases through us in the past and you've kind of got my ear, let me know what you're interested in arranging so I'm not clueless about it. I want to know what's going on. But let me break this down because you're going to love this. All right, imagine we're selling these websites at like $195 each total, including the hosting and the wildcard SSL, including the admin panel and the link to the videos so the guy can go check out the videos if he wants to log into his own website and make changes. And a support ticket method so he can simply ask questions, or she, whoever owns the website, can submit a ticket. Okay, and we got guys on the other side that are answering the tickets, right? Very simple. That's part of our forward momentum to reach critical mass concept. This is all explained in the hour-long video. That's part of what we need to raise in order to set up that crew that knows how to field those questions and answers through support tickets, right? We're going to be training them. So let's talk about this. Imagine website sales at $195 each. And sure, we can raise the prices, but let's start low because, hey, we're trying to sell multiple websites, make it easy on the sales guy, get this thing kicked off. Then for the guys who are really good and they would like to be able to raise the price, we have a way of doing that. Okay, we'll just set up another website with different prices and let them contact the guys, and it'll have the same sitemap leads. It'll have the same people on that sitemap. But whoever's qualified as a sales guy, he's doing well enough to justify stepping up, then we can give him access to the other website. He can sell at a higher level. We all make more money. Okay, 50% payout across the position owners, the ones that are active on the profits. You might ask, how many positions are there? I'm going to show you in a minute. It doesn't really matter. And that's what you're going to like the most. So, salesperson costs. What's that like? It's like $12 an hour times an 8-hour day is $96 for the day. Let's say $100 for the day. Okay, that is the cost of a guy calling without getting any sales. That's what he costs. Then, say he gets a sale. Okay, well, he earns a commission, so there's a cost there. He gets $50 on that first sale of the day. See? Then he gets $75 on the second sale of the day, right? Isn't that cool? If he can, and so he may be able to pull this off even in 20 minutes from the first guy who starts listening to him. It might take him like an hour and a half to make that happen. And he's more than doubled his base income. Okay, he's getting 100 plus 50 plus 50 plus 25. That's $225 already. Okay, that's exciting. Sales guys run on this kind of math and they love it. This gradiated system reward guys who do better. Okay, this is desirable, especially if he feels when he's talking to a client that there's room to introduce the idea of a second, third, fourth website, and the guy starts listening hard and fast because he's getting it. That guy can ramp this thing up for as many commissions as he can make. So first sale, 50 commission. Second, 75. Third, 100. Fourth, 150 out of 195. Yes, we're giving him the lion's share. Because by the time he gets this far down up the ladder, he's throwing us icing on the cake. And then he makes 150 for each additional sale of that day, right? This is of the day. Talk about awesome. So let's start with them, because it's them that we're interested in pleasing first. We teach them, they've got ears, they can do this, they're technical enough to be able to show non-techies. This is basically non-techie salesmen showing non-techie people the website. But it's these guys will know just enough key phrases and enough points about the websites that they can excite the buyer on the end. Okay? Good salesperson can make 100 calls a day. Think about this. This is a laser focus. Don't think 100 calls a day. What does that remind me of from other, movies or things I know of? Is that, can he get sales off that? Stop and remember. He's going to make 100 phone calls to HVAC guys using an HVAC website with pages for each HVAC company to pitch them. He'll also, or separately, other guys will be calling roofers, specifically roofer leads, to show them a roofer website with their information on it. See? Laser-focused websites for laser-focused markets. Now, we already know from having done this before, when we grab any list, any random list of roofers in the nation, or HVAC guys, half of them who have websites, of the guys who have websites, half of those websites are crap. Crappy programming, maybe 5 pages on the internet, period, and that's it. Okay, those guys need help. And most of them know that they're not getting any sales from their website, right? So that's pretty easy to offer them and show them something decked out for them. Hi, we built this website as a demo for you. It has your information on it. That's not a hard pitch. Go to local-hvac-experts.com/4072 and you'll see it. And that's demo 4072 actually. That is specific to that one guy he's talking to on the phone. Okay? Or leaving a message for on the phone. Voicemail. He can do it. How's that for amazing? Now, if he gets a yes out of just 1 in 50 calls where somebody goes, $195, better than my website, I've got an admin panel, videos, and support ticket system, what the heck? Let me go ahead and get it. All right? Then if he gets that 1 out of 50 calls, then he's doing good enough. He's welcome to stay and keep earning for himself, because if he can just do 2 sales a day on average, okay, then for us, that's totally profitable. Totally profitable. Any sales guy who can do that is enough for us to make money. Okay? If he can make an average 2 sales a day, even with those numbers, then he gets his 100 plus his 50 plus his 75 for the day, and we get 2 of these sales at $195 each, and it's profitable for all of us. Isn't that crazy? All right, so that's how low we set the bar to make sure we can walk in and shove it up to profitability. Then we can play with improving numbers and making things even more profitable. Let's make sure we get it right before we start tweaking prices upward. Okay, by the way, it is easy to sell these websites. Any halfway decent calling center has good enough guys for this, okay? You can listen to this 20-minute recording of me botching this non-techie HVAC guy, but I got 2 sales. This is a 20-minute recording of me screwing up royally. Don't ask me why. The call came in, my head was totally somewhere else. I'd been wonder what happened there. So busy with something else. And I literally misunderstood most of what he said. Actually, I thought he had a whole different thing in mind. I didn't answer his questions. I told him things he didn't want to hear. And I still got 2 sales out of it. How's that for insane? If I can do that while botching it in 20 minutes, okay? Only time that we talked was that 20-minute period on that recording. You'll see. Okay. So you can listen to it. Just get it right here. Make sure to include this trailing slash or the page 404 out. Okay, so go here and you'll be able to hit the play button and listen to that recording. I put it up. It's crazy. So if I can do it that badly, Sales guys who are in it for the money directly, who are just fielding these calls, will do a better job. And you'll see that. You'll realize you can do a better job. Okay, so check this out. At 2 sales a day, a salesman's making himself $225 a day. So he's making like $4,800 a month or like $58,000 a year. Now, I don't know what he's got to pay the calling center out of his profits, some small amount. Who knows what that amount is? Because he's got to split some of that with the calling center. But that's normal. That's rules of the game, no matter where he works and how much he makes. So at 3 sales a day, for the guys who are doing better, they're ramping up their game. They're getting better at it. Salesman makes $325 a day. That's like $7K a month. Okay, how many sales guys, average sales guys who telemarket or whatever, how many of those guys who have a little bit of understanding of a website and can learn quickly make 80-odd thousand a year? Okay, like I said, if you give the lion's share away, you are dangling the fattest carrot on the shortest stick for the most people. They're going to want in. There's nothing they're going to hate about this process. There's nothing dirty about it. There's nothing ugly about it. There's no, by the way, you got to get the client over this huge hump about it. A client can replace an existing website or take on a new one at will during these sales. It's no issue. And the funny thing is, each salesperson will have a coupon code for putting the sales through on websiteinstaller.com. What's that mean? They can literally babysit the guy through the purchase over there on the phone. Literally, the guy can buy the website and have it live in 2 minutes. Sales guy knows the sale went through for a fact, and he knows if they want to get more, we'll put up stacks like 3-pack, 5-pack, 10-pack, that kind of thing with their pricing so that people can buy at the discount. And of course, the client's going to want to use the coupon code because it's going to significantly reduce the otherwise static price. Okay? Coupon codes for the promotion. It gives a sales guy all the room in the world to make it cool. For guys who can just go from base bottom to simply double that, they can go from landing one of these clients like this one here a day to landing 2 of them, for example. If that's their average, they're making like $475 a day, meaning $10,000 and more a month, or over $100,000 a year, $122K a year, for doing all the work. All the work. Okay, they're doing all the work. So what does that mean for you? Okay, our profits. Okay, we have more flat costs, but it's pretty small. For example, 5,000 refined leads cost $50. Okay, it's going to cost us like $50 to get 5,000 leads for cold callers to call with. But think about what 5,000 refined leads means. If a guy can call 100 people in a day, 50 cold callers working in one day will go through that $50 list. Okay, so we, for $50, can keep 50 cold callers busy all day long for a whole day. Okay. Not bad. We can handle that. You know, that's just a flat fee and that's not so expensive. Now, per salesman, 2 sales a day. Okay, that means for us, now I'm coming back to what it means for you. It means we made 2 of these $195 sales a day minus the 100 flat cost for the salesman plus the 50 for their commission. See, we got to pay to rent salespeople. We have to pay their hourly. Okay. Anyway, that equals $390 minus $150. Okay, that gives us $240. 50% gets split across the positions. Each position is going to get its share of that. So we're going to split 120. Now, of course, that begs the question: how many positions are there? 100, 200? Because there are going to be between 100 and 200 in this batch. All right. And if it could be as high as that. It may be less, but that's okay. Like I said, the positions are $500 each. We only need to raise $30K, but we also have some guys who are writing in, and we made it possible to get more. Exactly because, but when I say guys writing in, I mean there are already guys who already have positions from inside the system because they were founders and they had first rights to that. They have some. But because they spent a lot of money a long time ago. As a matter of fact, if you're one of them, go check and see what you've got. Now, GDR and Locksmith, that's different. The backlinking crew we're building will cover that. And the guys from before that, with LP positions before that, that's kind of ancient history. But everything that's happened since we started going new, right? We're working with you guys very directly, and you'll see it. And we're going to cover everyone in the process. Now, let me come back to this. 50% gets split, so it's like between 100 and 200 positions. So even then, think about how cool that is. If it's 100, each one's getting over $2 per day per sales guy at whatever the level. Let me step back. I need to walk back, don't I? 50% gets split across position owners. It's 120 to be split, right? Per salesman for 3 sales a day. That would be like getting 3 sales minus this much as the total cost, because the guy's earning his commissions. So we're getting 360, right? 50% gets split across the position owners. It's about 180 to be split, right? Per salesman, 4 sales per day, right? And this is what that means, 227 to be split across the positions, right? Now, don't forget, this does not mean each position's earning $4 a day, right? Because there's more than one sales guy. That's the point, that right? Once we hit critical mass and this gets profitable, it's going to roll unto itself. All right, so here we go. Every next sale nets an additional same day $22.50 to be split across the position owners. All those positions are of equal value. They each cost $500. Doesn't matter if, and they're all numbered. Get whichever one you want. Whichever ones. Get as many as you want. That matters, but it doesn't matter which ones you get because they're all numbered. But that's just for us to keep track, right? Who has which positions. They have to be accounted for, but they're all worth the same amount. Okay. Payments, we're probably going to make them every Sunday night. We're penciling that in as a goal to create an ongoing stream of great Mondays for once. All right, so here's the coolest part. Once we hit critical mass, okay, our 30K marker, from your guys' $500 purchases, sales guys will be, we've got enough cash, critical mass-wise, to research the companies we want to choose from, interview a few, decide who's good at this. And by the way, there's some guys who've been tagging me for this. They're already trying to bid in for our attention. This is very cool. And once we choose, then we set up enough payment to get them trained, and we're going to have sales guys who are trained and profitable. Okay, it'll take like a week of them botching calls until they make an average 2 sales a day or better, we think. And frankly, they're probably going to be there by day 2 or 3, okay? Because they're going to be able to call through guys right away. It'll take like a day or 2 to walk them through average stuff, like 1 day, to walk them through the base breakdown so that they understand what they can pitch. From there, it's just asking more questions for more objections and ideas. Okay, it's just, it gets better with time. Okay, but they could already be making sales by day 2. Let's say a week. Let's say it takes this. See, I'm requiring enough cash to make this thing work. All right, that's the point. It's got to work. And we're gonna make it work because this isn't hard. So anyway, the calling center will ensure to have good guys train more guys if we pay for the training time. So what does training time cost? Okay, base day. Now, here's where I come back to what each thing means for a single position. Base day with no sales is $12 an hour times 8 hours, $96. Let's say $100 a day to a new sales guy. And we got to train him. Let's say it takes him a week to get profitable. That's 5 days of training to get good enough for that sales guy to become profitable. Hey, that's $500. That's a position. So you know what your positions basically ensure? That many well-trained sales guys. So then that guy's profitable, meaning ongoing profits all year with no extra payment needed. How does that sound? Okay. Ultimately, we're going to have a team as large as every $500 we collect right now. Okay. And everyone shares in the pooling of the sales guys making the sales at the same time. It's a collective effort for a collective result. So you don't have to be worried if your guy, your one guy, Whatever guy we trained with your $500 is not as good as the average. You don't need to worry about it because you'll get an equal share of the total, right? All the profits that come into us, you'll get your share of that total, okay? The bottom is covered because we're saying each salesman has to make at least 2 sales a day on average. And the upper end, we'll get orders sometimes for 10, 20, 50, or even 100 websites from one client. This kind of thing happens, okay? Like I said, we got one client who paid us an average of, what was it? It was $300 times 7,000 sites. I mean, this stuff happens, okay? And so like selling 10 at $195 each, that's not hard. Some people are going to see enough interest or have enough interest to say, you know what? I want to drop that much. That's great for the sales guy. You know, he gets to do his math on what he makes, right? And it's totally great for us. And it's exciting to everyone around him when he gets to boast about his great day. Everyone else wants to reach goals like that, right? See, the salesman has every incentive to drive for each next sale. It's cool and profitable, okay? The calling center will take their cut from the salesman's earnings. That's between them once we paid for the initial training and the setup, right? It's our job to get the calling center's attention focused on us. We want to rent 10 sales guys for a week. Calling center's like, oh, yeah, of course. Everybody wants to rent 10 guys for a week. And they say, well, you know, my thing is profitable, and if only I can get these guys, we'll make money. Yeah, we know that. Fact of the matter is we have to earn that. The calling center can't just go out on a whim or a limb and devote 10 of their guys at cost to our desired approach. Now we got to pay these guys to kick them off. We know that. There are standard rules for standard kickoff, standard costs, and it starts with chatting with a few of these guys to see which centers have the kind of guys that we need for this job. But it's not hard. It's base sales. You don't have to be technical to do this. Just a little bit. Okay, so on the low end, realistic. Okay, this is realistic. 2 sales per day for a sales guy. Like $500 got a sales guy. Profitable, right? 2 sales per day, 195 times 2, minus that, the base and the commission is 390 minus 150 equals 240 incoming, 50% per guy. Basically meaning per $500 position you buy right now. Okay, that's $120 a day. Okay, so collectively, if we had 10 positions, 1 square critical mass, all right, which is what all this buys as a collective group. Think about it this way. 10 payments equals 10 sales guy. Each of those sales guys making their average 2 sales a day. That means each of the positions is earning 120 a day. Okay, what if we had 50 positions? 50 positions means training 50 sales guys who each make 2 sales a day. So for each of those guys, they're bringing us 240, of which 50% split. So each of those 50 positions is earning $120 a day. You guessed it. It's scalable with the same economy. So whether you get 1 position or 10 or 50, the same net effect per position, because each next position you buy means we get another sales guy trained. Get it? And from our profits from this, we follow it up with more backlinkers. Okay? First sales, then backlinking. That's the preferred order, and it makes sense. Okay? But there you go. At 120 per day per guy, meaning per 500, right? Per position, an average single position earns $600 a week. Okay? This is the low end. This is where the guy is making just enough sales that we don't kick him off. Okay? He won't even find life all that great because the guy next to him's averaging 3 sales a day and in the $80,000 a year bracket. And the guy next to him's averaging 4 sales a day and he's in the $122K a year bracket or whatever that is. You know, up here. You know, it's chunk money. Okay? So the guy who's only doing enough to stick around at $58K a year doesn't want to just do that. He wants to get better and better. Okay? So we're going to average more than that. But let's just say it was the base bottom. Then that's 120 per day per position is the average, or 600 per week per position. That's $2,580 a month. That's 5 times what you paid to kick it off in the first month, or $30,960 for the first year. Okay? For a one-time $500 to gain critical mass, all I need is for you guys to crowdfund the kickoff by getting these positions at $500 each. Get as many as you can afford, as you're willing to afford, obviously, but get them, because each one is probably going to average this within just a few weeks. Okay? Like a week to choose the calling center we want after a number of discussions with a few calling centers, plus another week to train up 10 guys and get them going where the leaders are profitable and they can train more guys. The other guys can stand around and listen to them to learn. Okay? So, do you get it? This is how really big players like Foxy Moron takes in $40 million a year. They built the training team, or the sales team, because they contact small companies all over the place, day in and day out, and sell them websites and sell them upgrade services, backlinking, promotion. They don't say backlinking. Nobody says backlinking to guys who don't know better. They say promotions. We promote your website every month, kind of thing, right? And we market your website for you, okay? And that's backlinking. That'll be upgrade stuff. Okay, that's not part of this whole $500 thing right now. It's just too complex for me to pay attention to logistics. I'll probably come out with something later with new positions for the recurring backlinking side of the house. But do you know what? That's following all this. This is the thing we want to kick off first, right? Everything that's ever held down the profitability of my company has been that I'm the only guy doing the sales. What happens when we actually train a sales force who can become profitable with the way we set it up? And they can continue to train more guys who also become profitable. Why would they bother to train more guys? Because we decided there's a $500 bonus every time they're told to train a few more guys. And that just means some guys stand around them and listen and therefore learn, right? Just stand around them for a week, for a couple of days anyway, and listen, and then start doing it on their own, right? That way they're also profitable, okay? And there's plenty of room. It's not like the first sales guys have to worry that they're getting cut out. We can hand them more clients each than they could possibly run through, okay? And we're just going to open more industries as we go. And everyone can pick and choose what they want, which industry they want to promote, which website, whether they want to go high or low. They can go higher if they've earned it. Okay, and that's a benefit for the guys who are doing better. We'll set it at something like 4 sales per day average for 2 months, and some guy can now have the right to sell at the higher level, if he feels like doing it. Which is cool because we can still leave the option open for whatever they want. We're not forcing them to anything. They can choose. Okay, here's the point. We are offering you to buy into that action now for yourself so we can do what Foxy Moron does. We want to grow. It's not often that you get to really buy into the expansion of a sales force for something that's already done and already works. That's these awesome websites we have with really cool admin panels. Okay, we've been selling these websites for 11 years for a lot more than $195 each. So for us to be able to do this through a sales force at that level is cakewalk for guys who can show live demos to laser-focused markets. In other words, they show the HVAC website to the HVAC guys with that guy's company information on the website when they show them the demo. That's pretty laser focused, and the whole thing goes for $195, and it's got all the starter content there already. Whole thing's already live. Guy can buy it, fill in his business name, address, phone, email, hit go. Website goes live in 2 minutes under his choice of domain name, new or one he already has. And that's amazing. It's just done. Money's collected. Sales guy's got credit because it's his coupon code that allowed the drop from $895 to $195 for the purchase. There is no way the client's walking around him. He's going to use the coupon code, and the salesman knows it. See, this is all the stuff that makes our salesmen so happy. They want to sell our stuff, not someone else's. They're going to be so excited. Okay, butterflies in the stomach excitement to start. Okay, talk about making a lot of money. So for you to get involved, just a few steps. If you have not already, sign up here. GetTrialLeads.com/LPE, right? Landing page expansion. That's how the whole project started when we started it. And don't forget the backslash at the end, or you're going to get a 404. Okay? So GetTrialLeads.com/LPE/ and sign up there. Won't take you long, a few minutes. Then it'll tell you what your password to log in is. So use that email address and the password to log in here. Okay? GetTrialLeads.com/admin. Don't forget it's admin now. It's no longer LPE with a slash. It's admin. Whether you include a slash or not won't matter anymore. Okay? This is just one time to sign up. But after that, you always log in here. Okay? Use your email and the code you were given when you signed up. Okay? Then all you have to do is click LPE websites in the left menu. Right? That's where the positions are available for you to pick up. Again, like I say, you can get any positions that are available that are left. Okay? You don't have to go in order. Just pick one at random and buy it. Pick another one at random and buy it. Hit the blue claim button and claim it. Okay? Claim your positions. There's no limit. The payouts are per position. Okay? But it's an average co-op payout. So owning more positions means getting paid better. All right? Guys, I don't know too many opportunities where you can buy in at $500 and start earning what will probably average at least $120 a day for weekdays, like $600 a week, okay, within just a couple of weeks of your purchase. But honestly, that's where we are now. We're just crowdfunding to make these departments live, the sales team live, and then we'll follow it with the backlinking team live, okay? And that will put us in business like you wouldn't believe. And for all you guys who are in, because this is it's set up to be so profitable for the sales team, they will be in love with this. They'll be obsessed with making sales on this. There are going to be guys who want to call on a Sunday. We don't care. Hey, if you want to, go for it. All we need is for them to have a phone and access to a computer if they want. They could walk around downtown and make sales on their phone. They could sit outside a Starbucks in a sidewalk cafe and walk someone through the sale on the phone. Okay, they could work from anywhere. As far as we're concerned, that's on them. That's their deal with the calling center, how they work and what the calling center makes available for them. Not our job. We just need a calling center so we have one place that organizes the sales force so we don't have to think about it too much. Okay. I think you guys get it, right? So that's what I have to say. Just follow the instructions, get in, get going, because if you miss this, you're going to kick yourself later. It's already profitable. Any of you have any question about how profitable that's really going to be? I'm telling you, come up and realize, where is it that I totally botched the sales call? It was something I can talk too much. I've talked my way out of a sale before. In this case, I was missing everything the guy was saying. And mostly because I was thrown off. I had to keep stepping back. I've never met someone, or at least not in a long time, who was this clueless about a website and how to use it. I kept stepping back and I kept getting lost in the process. I wasn't sure how to get him to meet me halfway. And I still got 2 sales. Isn't that the weirdness? That's my point. 20 minutes of conversation, 2 sales. Right? Any sales guy can do it. When you listen to it, you'll realize that the sales guy has a 10 times better chance of closing than I would have. Sometimes I'm just too high up for my own common sense. All right, you guys get it. Come in, get going. Can't wait to see you on the inside.